Romans 1:20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Because that, when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like a corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Last night I made a video, and I was talking about the bees, and this bees, birds, and mankind destroying nature by electrosmog. And this morning when I checked the video, we're up to the same old games. I have this Tim S. Ulrey, or whoever it is. He basically goes around, and whenever I say anything that probably has a significance, well, it does have significance, he comes in and starts talking, big words and scientific this and scientific that. And he seems to know all about HAARP, but really doesn't ever give anything. And what these are people that are hired, and they're hired to debunk the truth, and they're hired to exchange the truth for a lie. And contained in the things they say is some truth, but they put poison in it, and they do that to poison your mind to keep you from understanding the truth. And I wanted to show you a few of the tricks. There's another video I did, holding back the rain in Iowa and bubbles in Alabama. And you can see that this guy, Scombrid 10, he goes on and on and on. Right here, comment after comment after comment, and it's garbage. When I read it, it makes no sense to me. It's like tangled up. And I think that's what they try to do, is just to get our minds all tangled up so that we can no longer hear the truth. Now, I'm not saying that everything I say is truth, but I do pray before I post these things. And hopefully if I'm listening to the Lord, that's all you're getting is truth. And I ask him to delete the parts from your mind that are not truth, if some of my flesh gets into it. I don't know if you understand all these things, but that's okay. And then, so I did a search on Bethany Home 7 Bees to see if my video would even show up, because not that many people are looking at it. And what do I get but HAARP, and how HAARP gets you in the FEMA camp. Now, isn't this a strange thing to come up? My video doesn't come up. It says no video results for Bethany Home 7 Bees, and bees is clearly in the title. Yet I get this thing about how HAARP gets you in the FEMA camp. So this Google, YouTube stuff is just, these people can just go in and make all these different connections. When she does this, do that, and do that, do this. Actually, probably it's the computer doing it. And so they hide the truth, and they send people out with lies. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start just, when they start coming in with the lies like this, I'm just going to turn off the comments, because I don't want people coming in and finding a bunch of lies connected to the truth. And the word will just have to stand for what it is. And this thing about him saying that the colony collapse disorder is not due to electromagnetic stuff is not true, because last year I started keeping my own bees. And, I am a rookie at it, but I overwintered them in my darkroom, and they made it through the winter just fine. Probably because it didn't get that cold. But anyway, I put them out in the spring, and I have really bad frequencies in my house. And I've got a wind turbine less than 2 miles away. They put 3 big cellular antennas, and one's more than cellular, less than a half a mile away. I've got a big industrial HVAC unit just right next door. I got a substation across the river, and all these things get going, and I can't even sleep in my own bedroom. My whole house starts resonating at points. And so I kind of sleep around my house now. But anyway, so I put my bees out on that side of the house where all these things reside. And they were doing just great. They came out of the hive, they were flying around, but within hours they started dying. And by the next day there were hundreds of bees laying around the hive dead. Now, I think that they're so inundated by this stuff that they couldn't even fly anywhere. I don't know. But I'd moved them to a different position in the house that's not, buffered somewhat, and they're doing better, but they can't produce any honey. Basically, they hatch and they bring enough food in to feed the new brood, and those die off, and it's really a sad thing. And so these people are exchanging the truth for a lie. They're killing the bees. They're ruining our food. And I hate to say it, but I'm fully convinced it's our own government doing it, or actually the military, because they're up there spraying chemtrails. And I mean, they're not going to let Russian airplanes in here to spray chemtrails because those things interact with the frequencies. It's all part of a system. And I don't have it all figured out yet, but there's pieces that show up, and it shows up on radar, and that's why the Lord has me doing these videos. So I just wanted to show you how they're exchanging the truth for a lie, and pray that the Lord would give you clarity and give you truth and keep you from the lie. Because Satan wants you blinded, because he wants to take you down to the bottom of the pond, just like an alligator. He wants to clamp onto your leg and haul you down to the bottom. And the Lord wants to give you light and life. And so call upon the name of the Lord, and he will save you from the lie. Amen.